I am in Ligonier, Indiana, heading into downtown. It may surprise you to know that this was once the marshmallow capital of the world. Yeah, in mid-1900s up into 1996, they manufactured more marshmallows here than anywhere else on Earth. A company called Kid & Co. manufactured them here, and they would, of course, manufacture them. Other companies would buy them and put their name on the package. That's maybe the reason why you're not familiar with Kid & Co., but yeah. But that ended in 1996. Today they call, or the city of Ligonier, that is, calls itself the City of Murals. Now that I'm in residential, here's a map real quick. And how about population history? Peak population, 2020, 4568. Well, I pulled the car over to check out some murals here in downtown. Actually, I'm about a block off. And I pulled right up to a place I specifically wanted to show you. Ligonier's Carnegie Library. And it is still a library. I go to so many towns and cities where they have closed the library and made it something else, but you know, a Carnegie Library is a treasure. It really should be kept as a library and maintained that way. At least that's my opinion. I want to go check out this house over here. Let me tell you some more on the way there. Median age here is 31. US is 39, so it's a younger town. 52% female, 48% male. That's pretty normal. Now here's the ethnic breakdown, a bit surprising. 59% Hispanic, 40% white, last 1% mixed race or other. Yeah, I did not expect that. Man, I just wonder what the story is with this house. That is a masterpiece, but it is in incredibly poor condition. Huh. I mean, am I right? That is some kind of house. Wow. There's another one right up here. Let's get a closer look. Let me give you median household income on the way over there. $56,286 a year. $1,082 a week. Poverty, 6.3 overall. School-age children, 6%. 65 and older, 3%. Those are very good poverty numbers. Cost of living here is an 84. Housing is a 51. That's the lowest. Utilities is a 102. That is the highest. And so, yet another beautiful house. A little bit better condition. Yeah, check this post office real quick on the internet to confirm, but yes, this is New Deal architecture, built in 1935. So yet another architectural treasure here in Ligonier. Yeah, I was reading there are quite a few sculptures and statues here downtown as well, and that the donor is anonymous. Looks like a scene from the city. Probably late 1800s. What do you think? Showing that all-important thing back in that time in history, the arrival of the railroad. Apartamento di Ferrante. From 1835, I guess. A scene from 1835, that is to say. There's a few more. Got a row of them here. All scenes from the history of the town, looks like. This looks like the scene from a French bakery, doesn't it? A few more over here. These are great, aren't they? This one is called Saturday Night in Ligonier. Very cool. There's another statue downtown. Boy playing with his dog. Now tucked here in an alley behind downtown is this one, probably the best one, showing various military conflicts. Looks like Washington crossing the Delaware right there. And of course the Civil War right here. It's amazing, isn't it? Right on the other side. Yeah, here is a reference to the Marshmallow Company that was here for so long. Made more marshmallows than anywhere else in the world. Oh, and by the way, there is a pretty significant Amish population here. I was driving into town and I noticed beautiful farms with no vehicles of any kind. And then I actually passed a couple horses and carriages. And beautiful homes. Look at the woodwork on that. It's amazing. Let me give you a median home value. That is very inexpensive, isn't it? Yeah, they seem to love their country here. An American flag every 50 to 100 feet. Here's the famous city clock, by the way. I was looking for it downtown. Yeah, it's not in the downtown, it's right on the edge here. Yeah, but finally there it is. Yeah, check out all these flags. Well, I'm on the other side of downtown. Thought I'd check out and see what it looks like over here, and it's still the same. Beautiful homes. Let's see, I checked out crime. Last year, 16 incidents per 1,000 people. Compared to 23 for the US, as you all probably know by now. Yeah, that's low crime. It's a pretty safe city. Well, all right. I guess I've shown you everything there is to see here. I mean, this is what it looks like everywhere. Pretty impressive. Well, okay, with that then, let's head to the next town. I am in Albion, Indiana. And the first shot I'm showing you is of the Noble County Courthouse. Albion is the county seat. And this is a striking building, isn't it? Built in 1887. This is Richardsonian Romanesque architecture. So that is medieval era Europe. That's where it takes its cues from, but with the Henry Hobson Richardson flair. Of course, Henry Hobson Richardson, one of America's greatest architects that ever lived. And of course, it anchors the downtown here. Now here's a map real quick. Show you where I'm at. The population history. Peak population 2010, 2,349 people. Dropped down to 2222 in the last census. So here's another shot. And of course the downtown. A little bit better light. About a block in this direction, they have another masterpiece of architecture. Let's go take a look. All right, so here it is. This is the Noble County Sheriff's House and Jail. This was built in 1875. This was built before the county courthouse. And this is Second Empire architecture. That is French, of course. Late 1800s, Napoleon era, Napoleon III era. You can always tell Second Empire architecture. See the roof there? And of course the gables and everything. It's looks like a French chateau. Anyway, so it is just like it sounds. The sheriff lived there on the left side, and the jail, you can see the bars in the windows, was behind his house. So he was able to, I guess, keep track of the inmates, so to speak. You see these occasionally. They're really interesting. You know, buildings where the sheriff's house and the jail are connected. Always love checking them out. Yeah, it says here this was the county jail for 92 years and that it housed 35 sheriffs and approximately 20,000 prisoners. It is a museum now, of course. And right across the street, beautiful homes. Expect to see quite a bit of that here. Well, they got some nifty murals here. A collection of them. Let's give you a look. Well, how about some numbers? Here's the ethnic breakdown. 94% white, 3% Hispanic, 1% black. The remaining mixed race. That's more what you would expect in Northeast Indiana, isn't it? Median household income, $67,687 a year. That's a little over $1,300 a week. Yeah, that's some pretty good money, isn't it? Especially with the cost of living. It's only an 86. Housing's the lowest at 58. Utilities highest 102. And here's poverty, 10.8 overall. School-age children 14%, 65 and older 11%. Not as low as the last town, but still not bad. Well, into some residential I go. It's lovely, isn't it? Here's median home value real quick. $138,200. I can hear a train in the distance. Well, let's see, I checked crime. Last year, 11 incidents per 1,000. Less than half the USA crime rate of 23 per 1,000. Well, looks like another beautiful rural Indiana town, doesn't it? on the other side of downtown too. Basically encircled downtown. And this is what it looks like everywhere. The neighborhoods and the homes. And it's just really nice. Yeah, all right. Let's head to the next town. I am in Lagrange, Indiana. And as you've probably already guessed, this is the county courthouse for Lagrange County. This was built in 1879. Now, the architectural style. Have you guys guessed it yet? Look at those roofs. This is Second Empire, late 1800s French, Napoleon III era. Again, another beautiful county courthouse. Well, okay, how about a map? This is where I'm at in Indiana. Population history. Peak population was in the year 2000, 2919. Last census down to 2715. And right here in the county courthouse grounds, if you will. Looks like they've got a buffalo. Crossroads of America. And please clean up after your dog. All right, so median age here is 46. 51% female, 49% male. Nothing unusual there. Here's the ethnic breakdown. 80% white, 19% Hispanic, 1% black, and that's it. Now they have an excellent mural here on the side of this building. Lagrange, Indiana. There are several towns by the name of Lagrange here in the United States. I've been to the one in Georgia, Lagrange, Georgia. We were there to shoot a video, but they had a tornado hit that day. And so we spent the evening, several hours of the evening, at a Walmart in the back where they have a tornado, protection area. And we got back to our hotel, and much of the area around the hotel had been destroyed, but the hotel was fine. And of course, I've been to the one in Texas, done a video of that one, made famous by the excellent ZZ Top song. I always thought it was Spanish, but I looked into it. It's not. It's, I believe, French, and it has something to do with mathematics. Interesting, huh? Well, here's the median household income, $51,786 a year. It's $9.96 a week. Cost of living is pretty low, an 84. Housing is a 51, that's the lowest. Utilities highest, 102. And then here's poverty, 16.6 overall. School-age children, 13%. 65 and older is 23%. That one's a little high. All right, well, kitty corner from the county courthouse is an old Carnegie Library, built in 1917. I don't believe it's being used as a library anymore. I'm not sure what they're doing with it. But at least they haven't torn it down. It's looking real nice, isn't it? Here's crime. Are you ready for this? Oh boy, are you ready for this? Last year they had 4 crimes per 1,000 people. Keep in mind it's 23 per 1,000 people for the US. That is incredibly low crime. Yeah, they had 11 crimes total here last year. A town of roughly 2,700 people. I mean, wow, that's low. Now look at these pretty houses. They just line the street. Coming out of the downtown. It's pretty amazing, isn't it? Let me give you median home value here. $124,000. Yeah, pretty inexpensive. By the way, this little town of less than 3,000 people, it's got a hospital. Sizable one. Man, that's pretty impressive. Now here's the excellent post office, built in 1939. That is New Deal architecture. President Roosevelt's program to get the country out of the Depression. Now here's another look at the downtown. Actually, here's really the first look, isn't it? I didn't really give you a look, so here it is. Got some beautiful old buildings here. Of course, this one dominates. Wow, is that someone's house? That is striking, to say the least. And I know I use that word a lot, but wow. Yeah, I think that's someone's house. Yeah, that is absolutely beautiful. All right, that's the end of this one. We are beginning our journey west. And up next, we'll be in Illinois. Yeah, we'll see you guys there.